get ready.
This is the voice of Wayne America.
Lighten up, Francis.
With your host,
Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here.
Mike Carnes.
How do you measure yourself with other golfers? By height.
Only at WayneAmerica.com.
The supernova's gonna kill us all.
Okay, this guy is the real zero, that's true. Let's just think back when you guys were freshmen, huh?
.com.
Greetings from Wayne America. This is the Voice of Wayne America podcast, an exclusive here at WayneAmerica.com. I'm your host, Mike Carnes, and every week here on The Big Show, we sit down with somebody who has some kind of connection to the best town in all of America, and that, of course, is right here in Wayne America. I want to thank our sponsors, including AKA 142 Media and Mikey C Productions. We'll tell you a little bit about both of those businesses here during this here podcast. And this week, I thought, it's October, and there's a lot of traditions here in Wayne. Wayne is a community of traditions. I mean, we have the college, which of course has been a part of the community for over a century. We have the chicken show, which has been a staple of the summertime activities here in Wayne over the past 3 or 4 decades. And we have Wayne High softball. And if you want to talk about traditions in Wayne High softball, consider this. The Wayne High softball program has been in existence for 16 years, and they are about to make their 15th trip to the state tournament. They finished it off today in Wisner, winning the B4 district championship on Monday with actually a great day. You couldn't have asked for a better effort by the team. The Blue Devils threw 2 no-hitters on Monday. They no-hit Wisner Pilger and then no-hit David City East Butler to win the district championship and make the trip to state. The only bad thing about it is because of the rain pushed everything back a few days, the team literally has about 24 hours to get everything organized and get ready to make the trip to Hastings for state. So with that in mind, on the phone with us this week on Voice of Wayne America is Rob Sweetland, the coach of the Wayne High softball team. Coach has been busy getting everything ready to go here, and he's got the team all set to make the trip to Hastings for the Class B state tournament. And Rob, first off, congratulations on winning districts again this year. And I know that even as often as you guys have been to state over the years, I know that in talking to you that it never gets old to enjoy the success that comes with winning with the qualified for the state softball tournament.
Yeah, it never gets old. I mean, you always have new kids that come through, and you always want them to experience, what the others have in the past in the program. And we talk a lot about culture and what the program's about. And, we have only so many girls that want to buy into it and sacrifice. And so it's always, a goal of ours to reach the state tournament. It's always a goal of mine to get the best out of every kid we have, come out for the team. And it's just real fulfilling for everybody involved.
Yeah, it was great to see this team develop over the course of the season. I know going into this year, there were a lot of seniors on last year's team that made it to the state tournament, and I know that there was a lot of uncertainty and a lot of question marks as far as how far this team could go this year. Then throw in the fact that you only have 12 players on the team, so you don't have a lot of depth to work with. But I tell you what, sometimes if you don't have the quality, if you got if you don't have the quantity, if you have the quality, the quantity doesn't matter. And you've obviously got some fantastic young ladies that are playing softball for you this year. And just looking at the stats and looking at the results this season, you've gotten quite a bit out of this group of young ladies, and they've really stepped up and performed really well this year.
Well, I think that's true because you look at the makeup of our team, and we have 6 juniors. If we had 12 kids and there were 6 freshmen, it's probably a different story. But we lost 5 seniors last year, and all of them contributed. But we had those 6 juniors in waiting, and they were, spent a couple of years waiting for their turn. Some of them, were playing a little bit more than others. But when it was their turn, they took on their role and were ready to keep it going. And I think that was kind of the key, that, you had those girls that were in it for a couple of years, step right in and have been playing great all year long.
Yeah, and looking at the lineup here this year, as you said, 6 juniors in the lineup and 3 seniors, and I think your 3 seniors have been fantastic leaders for you this year. And a couple of them had to kind of make some sacrifices. Looking at Jenna Trenhale, she'd been a kind of one of the anchors in the outfield for you the last couple of years, and she needed to move into the infield and play shortstop, and has done a fantastic job there. And then Kennedy Molly's been kind of an anchor in left field for you, and you've had her over in right field for most of the season this year, and she's done a great job there. So, and then of course Jamie Gamble has had to kind of step in and pitch on a couple of occasions this year to kind of give Tori Kanishi a little bit of a rest. So all three of these seniors have really had to make some adjustments at different points during the year, and continue to perform at a very high level. And it's really neat to see how those kids have been able to adjust to the situations this year.
Yeah, I mean, I can't ask any more of what our seniors have given us. I mean, their motto is whatever it takes, and I think that just shows in their ability to take on whatever role we give them. I mean, a lot of players say, "Oh, I'm playing right field," as a senior would think, that's kind of not an important position. But with Tori on the mound, that's where a lot of our chances are in the outfield. And last year with Taylor Gamble leaving at shortstop, we need to fill that with an athletic person that had a great arm, and Jenna fit that to a T. And Jamie, she'll do whatever you ask. We can put her first, pitcher, third. She's going to go out there and try her best. And, she's obviously a little more comfortable at first base, but again, they're going to do whatever it takes to make the team successful, and that's what they've done all year long.
It's been really fun to watch these girls compete with one another, compete as a group. You got 3 seniors, and as you mentioned, you have 6 juniors in the lineup, and 9 of the 12 girls are underclassmen, and it just seems like this group of kids has a really unique chemistry, and I think it's something that I've seen consistently with this team over the years, is that it doesn't matter if they're a freshman or a senior in the lineup. This team has been able to come together as a unit and really perform at a high level, and especially at this time of year where you have to do that if you want to compete for a trip to state and then compete for a state title. It just seems like everybody who's a part of this team, it just seems like it's just one big cohesive unit with this group.
Yeah, I think all you got to do is go to our younger girls, our 3 freshmen, sophomores, and ask them how they're treated, and they're treated with open arms, and how they're embraced and welcomed into our program, and how the older girls will help them whenever they can, and treat them like they're as important as anybody. And I think unfortunately, I think some girls are missing out that maybe would have liked to have played, but were a little hesitant. And but the ones that have, I think they're really glad they're part of it.
Yeah, probably one of the nice things about not having a large roster to work with is that everybody gets a lot of playing time. And even people like Nicole Fertig, who's the lone freshman on the team, she's been able to step in as a courtesy runner or as a pinch hitter and do well. And then Kayla Fleming, a sophomore, has also kind of filled those roles pretty well too. So like I said, if you don't have the quantity, you need to have quality, and even with those younger kids, you got some really really nice young athletes there.
Yeah, and they work just as hard as anybody on the team, and they deserve an opportunity, and that's what coaches talk about all the time, is how we got to get them some experience. So
yeah,
the lack of a JV team kind of hurt us. We just didn't have, obviously, the numbers to field a JV team, so we had to provide them with as many game time opportunities as we could, and that'll go a long ways, going into the next couple of years.
Definitely. We're talking with Rob Sweetland, the Wayne High softball coach here at Voice of Wayne America. Wanted to take a moment to answer the question, what does AKA in AKA 142 Media stand for? It stands for many things, but the most important is that AKA 142 Media provides awesome kick-in apps that can be downloaded to your phone or tablet. Whether it's your school, your favorite youth sports program, or your local business, AKA 142 Media can build an awesome kick-in app that meets your needs. Make sure you download the official Wayne America mobile app that's now available for your smartphone and mobile app and your tablet. For more information, send Kevin an email at kevin@aka142.com and tell him that Mike sent you. That's aka142 Media. Awesome kicking apps. On the big show this week, Rob Sweetland, the Wayne High softball coach, has led the Wayne High softball team through its entire 16-year history to date, and hasn't done too bad over the years. Only missed state one time in 16 years. They're going to be heading to Hastings here for the state tournament on Wednesday. And Rob, I wanted to kind of go back to the beginning of this program, back in 2002. This is kind of where things started for the Wayne High softball program, and I know Wayne has had a very successful summer program with the Dirt Devil softball program over the years. And how did things get started with the high school program way back when?
Well, I think there are just some parents that were wanting their kids to experience the high school, experiences. They didn't play volleyball, or didn't run cross country or golf, and they had enough kids that wanted to play. And I wasn't any part of it as far as getting the program started. That was mostly the summer coaches and the parents of the kids that were going to play.
Mm-hmm.
So they got it going, obviously, and Rocky asked me one day if I was interested in coaching, and I sat down and talked with Kevin Hill and kind of got their endorsements as far as wanting me to coach, and that's kind of how it got going.
Now, how long had you been teaching at Wayne High at that point?
Well, that would have been probably 4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years, okay.
So, yeah, I mean, this is my 16th year of coaching and my 21st year of teaching.
Yeah, because sometimes
5 years in.
I joke over the years that sometimes whenever a new program starts up, it's usually the last teacher, the youngest teacher there, or the last one to show up at the first meeting of the year that ends up getting to be the coach. So I don't know if that was because you were the young guy on staff or.
Well, I don't know either. It was a little, I just didn't expect it when they came, but I had baseball pass, and I know it's a lot different type of sport, but I'm just one of those guys that are pretty competitive and wanted once I took it, was gonna learn everything I could to be able to develop kids in the sport, and it took me a couple of years. Luckily we had great coaches in the summer and parents that were helpful, and kind of took it from there.
And not only that, but you had a pretty good pitcher at the time by the name of Molly Hill, who quickly helped make Wayne a very competitive program. And in between that and the talent that you were able to get going, and your coaching ability and everything, the success was it's very unusual for a program to get a start like that and to be a state championship team by its second year, which is what happened with you guys. Got the state title in 03 and 04, and other than the 2006 season, have never missed a state tournament. So it's been a great mix of having the right coach and the right players and the right support system at the right time to have this kind of immediate success that you've been able to have.
I think that's what you need. You have to have that whole circle, and we have Kevin Hill, who does a great job with our pitchers, and that obviously is the biggest part of the game. And then parents being able to support in the summers, be willing to take their kids on weekends to tournaments and have them develop that way. And just the high school part of it, we get them in the weight room and really focus on fundamentals, and hitting is probably something that I've been able to, coach girls on a little bit more and more every year. Our batting averages have been going up every year, and it's just amazing that it keeps doing that. So, it's like you have to have that perfect circle to have that kind of success, and that's kind of what we got.
Yeah, and the thing that I really like in having looked at this program's history during my time here in Wayne is that when you have a program that has a player like a Molly Hill who is phenomenal success and can literally will a team to a state championship, it's easy to ride that horse, but when that horse graduates and moves on, you have to have players coming back through and the other behind them, and sometimes community or a school doesn't have those athletes waiting in the wings that can step up and help keep that program at a sustained level. And I think that's the one thing about Wayne High and what you've done and what the softball community has done is that there is it's almost like a pipeline of kids that keep coming through year after year, and the result of that is that only one missed state tournament in 16 years. There aren't very many schools that can claim that. I mean, in Class A, it's there's programs like a Millard South or a Papillion La Vista that I think have never missed a state tournament or maybe missed one. But and that's at a big school level. But for a small school to have that kind of continued sustained success that you've had over the years is really a unique situation.
Yeah, I mean, we've had, you said pipeline. I mean, we've had families that have had 2 to 3 siblings go through, and you think about some of the families we had, like the Farringers, and we had Peepers, and we had Carols, and we had the Gambles, and just kind of it just keeps feeding down to the younger ones, and those bigger schools, those schools in Omaha, they get basically whoever they want, and there's 2 or 3 elite programs over there, and they have their pick, and they have open optioning in, and we don't have that. We get what we get, and I don't remember anybody ever really transferring in to help our program. It's just kind of we got kids that have grown up with it, whether it's through siblings or whether it's been watching what's happening with our program and want to be a part of it. So that's a pretty cool deal.
Yeah, you're talking about the families in the community that have been a part of it, and people like you said, the Carols and the Gambles and the Farringers, and now you've got the Kanishi family coming through. Annie and Tori have been a part of the program now for a few years, and now and they have a younger sister who's a student manager for you now, and will probably be a Blue Devil here at some point down the road. So it seems like there's always somebody ready to go for you guys when you get to that next group of kids.
Yeah, absolutely. And in a small town, I guess that's kind of what you need. You look at the towns that are successful around here in certain sports, you always hear those same names coming through, and this generational type thing. So that's kind of crucial if you want to be successful year after year, that you can build those relationships with those families and have that tradition that people just buy into and want to be part of.
Yeah, there's been a great tradition of success here in Wayne with 15 state tournament trips in 16 years. We're talking with Rob Sweetland, the softball coach at Wayne High School here on Voice of Wayne America. And if you're looking to capture your kids' memories with a scrapbook, but you don't have the time to put it together, Mikey C. Productions offers a professional scrapbooking service where we take those memories and put them together for you in a scrapbook that your family will enjoy for years to come. Shoot me an email at mike@mikeycproductions.com for more information. And don't forget to check out our photo website to see the amazing images we've captured of your kids during the sports seasons that make Wayne High the special athletic program and Wayne the special community that it is. Check out our photo website at mikeycproductions.smugmug.com and get your favorite photos delivered from Mikey C. Productions. On Voice of Wayne America this week, Rob Sweetland, the softball coach at Wayne High School, got him on the phone here this week because we're both, actually he and I are both scrambling to try to get a zillion things done here before we head to Hastings for the state softball tournament. I'll be there covering it for the Wayne Herald, and of course Rob will be coaching the team this year. They're making the state tournament for the 15th time in 16 years. Rob, I was looking through some of the stats here going into this, and some of the numbers here are just unbelievable. The team has hit 32 home runs this year, which is a new team record. Jenna Trenhill has 9 of them, and that's a single season record. The team batting average 407 going into the to the state tournament. And then you look at people like Sydney Biggerstaff, who has 28 hits, but almost half of them are for extra bases. She has 8 home runs on the year, 3 doubles and 2 triples. And then Abby Ankeny, 13 of her 27 hits are for extra bases, 12 doubles and a home run. And then to look at on the other side, on the pitching side, Tori Kanishi's just had a monster season this year. 26-2, I believe, is her record this year. 288 strikeouts and opposing batting average of .092. Just phenomenal. And we haven't even talked about the 10 no-hitters this year, which is a new Class B state record. I mean, you look at the numbers that this team has put together this year. It's just a phenomenal effort by these girls this year.
Yeah, and it seems like every year it just keeps, the numbers keep growing. I guess the most impressive stat is, what Tori's done. I mean, to get close to 300 strikeouts is just unheard of anymore in today's game with the way that, the hitters are developing and the bats, how hot they are, and, pitchers pitching from 43 feet. It's just, unheard of to see someone strike out, almost 300 batters, which, at least 2 more games you should get there. So that's one of the stats. It's just like, you don't see it too much anymore.
Yeah.
Hitting wise, the 407 is just, beyond my expectations by a long ways. I knew we were capable, but you have to have a full lineup, 9 girls, hitting 4 out of 10. That's, round ball, round bat. You just don't expect to put those kind of numbers up, and it's just a credit to how the girls have kind of bought into, what we're coaching and executing it on the field.
Yeah, and you look at the batting averages this year. Kennedy Male is batting .500 this year. Jenna Trenhill batting .468. Tori Kanishi batting .474. Mason Dory batting .421. I mean, you got four-year starters are batting at .400 or better this year, and just a great effort by these girls heading to the state tournament. Now you got state coming up here on Wednesday. 2:00 is the first game on Wednesday, and you guys draw the Gretna Dragons in the first round. Gretna, the number 4 seed, they won a state title here a couple years ago. Did something that only one other team has done in state history. And when they won that state title, they lost their first game and then ran the table and won 6 in a row. And the only other team to do that was the 2002 Wayne Blue Devils, who lost their first game and then ran the table. So kind of an interesting first round matchup if you're looking at the history books there. But and it's an interesting matchup for me personally because I used to work at the Gretna newspaper many years ago. So this is one of my old towns going up against my now hometown. So it's going to be a great matchup, and I know that Gretna's got some talented kids, so it should be a really interesting first round battle there between you two.
Yeah, Gretna's really an up-and-coming, athletic program and everything. I mean, they compete in every sport. They have athletes. They have the programs to develop kids, and so it's going to be a good test for us. So they've had a lot of success recently, and it won't be easy. But I think we stack up well with them. I just look at if we go in and limit mistakes and limit errors and walks and have good approaches at the plate, that we can keep it close and maybe pull it out.
Yeah, with the way that you guys are hitting this year, if pitching and defense are solid, you got a really good chance to do well in this tournament. Of course, if you win that game, very likely you'll see Elkhorn South in the second round, and they're kind of a monster team right now. They are number 1 in the state, I think, regardless of class, and just a phenomenal program. And then that other half isn't going to be a walk in the park either. You got Hastings at the number 2 seed going up against Crete. And then York, who had to get in as a wild card, going up against the other wild card, Seward, and York's the number 3 seed in that one. So I was looking at this lineup or at this bracket. really, Elkhorn South and Hastings probably the two teams to beat here, but really after that, there's 6 teams there that if they get on a roll and can pull off an upset somewhere, very very easy that one of those 6 teams could make it, including Wayne.
Oh yeah, I mean any team down there, has the opportunity. It's just who's going to be playing well at that time. And Elkhorn South, we played them early in the year. We didn't play our best game. Obviously, it was a hot day. It was the 3rd game, for us. And Tori pitched all the whole day, and I think she's capable of shutting them down a little bit better than what she did. And then you look at the other side. It's that that conference that has Crete and Seward and York, and they've all played each other, so they're going to beat up on each other over there. Quite honestly, I think Hastings is a really solid team. They got a little bit of everything. It's the team we played last year, first round down there. They have a lot of those players back. That they have their pitcher back. She's one of the best in the state, in my opinion. And they can hit the ball. So it's wide open. I think you could see, like you said, any of the top 6 teams coming out as state champs down there.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting tournament to see who comes away with the Class B state title here at the end of the week. And of course, Wayne High has been a traditional visitor to the Bill Smith softball complex. I think a lot of the Wayne parents seem to plan their fall vacations around this tournament, because it seems like we're the Blue Devils are there every year, and of course we're going to be back there again here this week, and I'm looking forward to going down there and seeing how you guys perform down there, and I hope that we have a long stay there, and I hope that you can maybe bring home another trophy. Wayne's had two championships and 3 runner-up trophies there, and it'd be kind of nice to bring another one home this year.
Well, it would be, and I think that's why you go down there to play, is to play well. And it's been a while, it's been a few years since we brought some hardware home, and this is probably one of the tougher tests we have in front of us as far as a program going down to state. Class B is always a little bit different animal, but I think this is probably one of our strongest teams we've taken down there, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. I hope you guys have, like I said, I hope you guys have a long stay there in Hastings this week, Rob, and be looking forward to watching you guys play this week, and wish you and the girls all the best. And it's, like I said, it's been a fun season covering these girls this year, watching them grow and develop this year, and I'm hoping that that's a long extended stay for you guys down in Hastings.
Well, I hope you're right, Mike. It should be a lot of fun.
You bet.
Thanks a lot.
We've been talking with Rob Sweetland, the coach of the Wayne High softball team here on the Voice of Wayne America. And I want to thank Rob for taking time out of his very busy schedule here with the tournament less than 48 hours away. I appreciate him taking time to talk with us this week. That's going to do it for this week's edition of Voice of Wayne America. Check back to WayneAmerica.com as we continue to tell the stories of the people who make this the best town in all of America. That's right here in Wayne America. Have yourselves a good week, and we will see you later.